Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, with a little guidance, anyone can learn how to paint with watercolors. We'll see. Here with a prickly art project, we welcome back author of Nobody Dies in Art Class, professional artist Elida Field. Great to see you, honey.
It is so great to see you.
Okay, you know how I've always said I don't understand people who can paint with watercolors.
Yeah.
I think it's really challenging.
It is challenging, but we can do it. We can do it,
Let's take
Helen.
a look at these cactus.
Yes.
Cacti.
So yes, I know. I don't know if is it cacti, cactus.
I don't know. I thought I'd say both to cover my
that's
bases.
right. Just cover it. That's right. Well, yes, it's something. It's a simple, you know, and I think it's an easy project for beginner watercolors.
You said for me.
Yeah, for me too, because I would say that watercolors are not my fave.
Yeah.
But I push myself. I tell all my students, like, listen, push yourself to expand, try something different.
Try something different.
The nice thing is, and what I wanted to share with, is this is so great for traveling. So, like, look how small. I mean, this is just a little travel set. The water brush, you can literally goes back into this case. So you could throw this in your purse. You could throw it in your backpack. It's so small that it's a nice little set that you can. And there's several of these.
You can travel with it. It's such a great idea.
Yeah, and you know, even like you're in a doctor's appointment and you're kind of bored, instead of looking at your phone and scrolling.
Yeah.
Throw out you could pull this out, or on a bus, or on a train. It's such an easy thing to take along. So that's what I wanted to say, like a nice traveling for summer. It's a great thing to have. So these little brushes, we're going to start with our pencil though.
Okay.
I'm actually going to use this guy, and we're going to just do a basic, you know, our basic cactus. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, we could do. Did you have a shape that you liked in particular? Because there's three different ones.
I kind of like the simple one. It was with the three.
The three. Okay, let's do that one. So we're going to start with our pot.
Okay.
So just about 3/4 down, I'm going to do like a kind of a small, like smiley, like just a little, curved line. And then I'm going to do a straight line down and a straight line down. Good. And then we're going to connect those. So like that's going to be the top of our pot.
The rim of our pot.
The rim of our pot.
Edge,
yeah. And then we're going to do an angled line down and another angled line down. And we're going to do another little simple smiley, kind of smiley face like this. And then we didn't put in our ground in the background, so I'm going to do just a line to kind of decide where is my, you know, background line. It doesn't have to be straight.
I'm kind of going because I didn't follow you.
You didn't like that shape. That's good. Do the shape that you like. The nice thing is that with your pencil, even after we do the watercolors, you can come back when they dry.
Okay.
You can come back and erase everything. So that's kind of nice what you can do with your pencil, which is great. I'm going to do a little shadow because I'm going to say like, okay, let's pretend that my light source is coming from the left. So I'm just going to do a little shadow here. So I know that that's where I'm going to keep that. Now here's the thing about watercolors, which I really struggle with, is you kind of need to decide where your light is going to be at the beginning. So I'm going to leave, I'm just going to do like a little.
I mean, because that's the problem we have with watercolors. Yeah. Once it's done, it's done.
I know.
It's done.
It really
There's
is
no
like
coming back.
You can't add the light back in. I know.
This.
It's like if you lose your light
Okay,
spot.
so you're saying that
so I'm going to leave a couple areas on the left side because I'm just going to kind of give myself like these little shapes that I'm going to leave light.
Okay.
You know, we're going to pretend right there.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, that's my struggle with there is some tricks with watercolors. You can put some stuff on it so it keeps certain parts light, but you kind of need to know where your light source is. Okay, now in the middle, I'm going to go from here. I'm going to do another little smiley face. Let's just pretend that that's the base of where my cactus is going. And then I'm going to draw one straight line up. We're going to make this the big one, the big guy that's going to go very tall, come straight back down. And we got to make the little arms, right? So however big you want to do that, and then do another little curve line and bring that guy back down. And maybe a little offset. This one's going to be another little curve line. I think this is the classic cactus shape, right?
Sure.
Okay. And I might want to go, let's throw a little, you know, a flower on the one side. So I'm just going to do like a little doodad on this little guy here.
A little doodad.
A little doodad, yeah. And then another little kind of thing up here on the top.
Okay, on the doodad. Okay.
Another little doodad. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And then these lines, Helen, kind of go like they curve down and then they curve down like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then they follow those lines here and like this. Yep. And with our pencils at the very end, we can come in and make all these little prickly things like
yeah,
this.
sure.
But we don't have to do that even right now. I mean, we could just leave that so we can get to the painting.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, let's get to the
painting. Let's get to the painting. Okay, so we're going to activate our watercolor. So you're going to just drop in with your, just give them some water, get those guys activated.
Okay.
And let's start, I know I wanted to start with the pot, but let's go ahead and start with our cactus because we want to get that done first.
Yeah.
So we're going to fill the whole thing in with water. So I want you to go all in. I'm using my angle brush just because it's covering a little more surface.
Just the cactus.
Just the cactus.
Okay.
And kind of fill in. So here's the thing with watercolors. Wherever you put water, that's where it's going to go. The paint is going to follow the water.
Okay.
So if you don't want to get our
little flowers,
our little doodads.
Yeah.
We don't want to get those yet. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit just with my bright yellow. And on the left side, because that's where my light source is going to be, I'm just going to start dropping in a little bit of this yellow. So just a little yellow on the top and a little yellow here like this. We're going to fill this all, just starting to let it kind of meld together. And then we're going to move into our green, and we're going to start letting that kind of move around with our green. And even if we can, now you can come back with watercolors and add, we're going to work from light to dark. So we could go in with even a little bit of blue on the right side and kind of blend that in and let that kind of meld together with the green. Because the yellow and the blue together will start to kind of make a little bit darker. And just let those kind of sit and blend together. Good. Good, good, good. And now I'm going to go right to my pot. So I'm going to clean my brush really good. I'm not going to do anything with this space between my pot. Now remember, we're going to leave my light part. I'm not going to fill water in there because that's going to be where my little light source is. But I'm going to fill everything else in the pot, right? Everything else, but except those little parts where I said that's going to be where my light's going to be. And since we know the light's coming from the left to the right, I'm going to start with my brown on the right side. And I'm just going to drop that in and start to kind of move that around. And then I'm going to start, because this is a terracotta pot. So go with, just a teeny bit, because it will move like this. And then I'm going to move, I got a little black in there. That's all right. That makes it look kind of aged. Oh, you did? Nice. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this kind of lighter yellowish color. And we're just going to blend those in so it's this kind of muted yellow that I'm going to let blend in with my
orange color.
Kind of this little color that I don't know. It's not a real bright yellow. It's the little bit more brown yellow. Kind of a sienna brownish yellow. And we're just letting that all kind of meld together. So I got a little bit of black in mine, but that looks good because that kind of looks like it's got that. And then for the shadow down below, I'm just going to add a little water and even just drop in a little bit of my black or my dark blue. So I'm just going to put just a teeny bit of that color, a little bit of my blue or of like the black. So that dark blue, that really like.
This one?
You could do that mixed with a little bit of your black. And then you're just going to kind of drop it in. And we can add a little bit of water.
I have way too much black.
That's okay. Add a little bit of water to it. You just add a little bit of water, just like this. And then kind of just take with a little bit of your water, you can drop it and move it just like so. And I know we're going to get like,
darn it, we've run out of time.
We ran out of time. But what you would do is a little water when you can let it dry. And even if you splatter that, that's okay. You could do like one of these and go.
Oh, look at that.
And that would just be kind of a fun little way to finish. But after you get done with your little flowers.
All right, the book again is?
Nobody Dies in
our class. Sometimes, though, it's really difficult. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. Thanks, Elida.
Yes, you're welcome.
That was fun.
Yeah.